into a cell. I mean, from a cell.
Okay, well, we can test that and see what we can do. But I mean,
Yes,
this
that is a
the program brings in the schema, so. But I don't know that we can. I don't think that we can modify the schema that comes in that Chris builds, can we? Or can
we
we?
what we can do is maybe for if we are looking for some other type of schema, one of the major schema can be the local business schema that also you can add to I mean a source code box in the G site, and that way you can have one more schema for your GMB there. That's a good thing for the local G sites. You can add the schema for the local business to the G site using the HTML code box.
Can you show people how to do that today?
Let me see if I can find the source. Local schema creator.
We just loaded up the new version, Richard. So I don't even think Anand's had a chance to see if there's anything new. But over the last couple of weeks, there are some things that you can go over to show everybody, right? Or newer, upgraded.
Yeah, of course. I mean, these days, like the people here, the staff, they uses the software using my last training. So for me, like for the new features like the WordPress import, like the DMP import, I mean, of course, I'm very eager to use those things. But what happens here is everything is deeply tested, and when we train our staff and then they use it. So the thing is like maybe we need one more class for WordPress import, and that will also include maybe the DMT parts. That is something we should be doing the next class, and I can prepare before that all the testing so we can have it that time.
Okay.
So import features itself is a full class because those are the features which can give you, like more dimensions of working with G sites. So import feature is something I want to do myself a couple of times before we go with it. So let's
We've got a
schedule for the next
we've
time.
got a lot of webinars coming up on imports because number
Yeah,
one, we're importing from Masher. Number two, we're
nice one.
importing from DMT, Digital Marketers Toolbox. Number three, we're testing, and Richard and I are going to do a webinar maybe next week. We're testing on bringing in Zista sites, right? And then we're going to do a test on somebody that just wants to give us their website HTML, and then we'll import it and we'll see exactly how that works. So that might be what we'll talk about next week.
Yeah,
For that kind of stuff. But yeah, the really cool thing that Chris has been working on with these other guys is how to import directly, from their HTML code or XML code and build a G site out from those WordPress entities, right? And I think, if I'm not mistaken, what do we got here? Interesting. But yeah, I think Richard's been working on that quite a bit. Hang on a second. All right, we'll get started here in just a second. Yeah, so Richard, you can kind of pop on here and just, tell everybody a little bit about what we're doing with all that and how it's impacting, some of the results that we're getting.
Oh, for Zista?
Yeah, that's the new one that we're working on doing, bringing it in.
Yeah, so I haven't tested the new plugin. I'll test it over the weekend. But with Zista, we can pull we can pull a build into a WordPress site, and then we're gonna run a test with Chris. We'll export the XML and then do a build with the G-Site builder using that XML data.
All right. Yeah, so we might run that and do that next week then. But yeah, it's really kind of interesting how it's playing out right now and some of the results that we're getting and the pages that were being built and mass pages and some of that research coming in and making them into a G site. So yeah, that's kind
The
of our
ability to
next
stack is amazing.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. All right, so Anand, you about ready? We got a couple other. Why do you want to know if Anand's VPS has been updated?
Well, if it hasn't, next time I log in, I'll update G-Site Builder.
Oh, okay.
I have just now done that on the Patrick VPS. Yeah.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's go ahead and let's see. I'm looking at what J Mike says. That's kind of getting into the deep weeds at the moment. We can do that at the end. All right, so let's start up and fire up, and we'll go through what we missed last week.
Okay. So let me share my screen. You see my screen, the G-Site factory running there on our VPS.
Yep, everybody says it can see it.
Okay, cool. So let me first of all control how to do this. Okay. So first of all, we expect that you have integrated the AI module, and we also expect you have activated your license. Then first of all, what I want to show you first, I think I did this last time also. I shown you what kind of G site we create with a little extra effort and how it looks like. So maybe I can show you this G site. So we take the link from here. We open this. So this is like one of our G site. Basically, the G site factory does the job. So everything we do is with G site factory. But once the G site is done, we basically use a theme. And there is a theme called Family Update. So once the G site is done, we apply that theme here to this G site, and we can go and create one G site. Then what we do, we integrate, the iframe code of the website here. The iframe power is shared there. And then we also have the Boopal news. So that's there. Then we have these by default created details of the YouTube and Scholarly. We also use this weather widget for the particular city if we are looking for a city level.
You add that on your own. That's not part of what the G
Yeah,
site
manually we do this. So we will see how to do that.
Okay.
And then we add up the central location of the city, iframe code of that from maps.kikil.com, finding the city, taking the iframe here. And then we also have one more iframe that is for center of the city to the business. This is the particular city for which this G site is created.
And once
Then we
again, you're
have,
building those on your own, not part of the software.
yeah, not part of the software. Yeah.
Okay.
And then
Just,
this one is part of the software. We just give it a little bit of touch up, like giving it formatting, and then we put these links here. And then finally, we put up the embed code for the GBP. So this is like our structure. And another thing we do is we interlink the other pages. So generally we create 3-page G site. And so you can see this page is linking, home page is linking to another page. It's coming here. This image is manually added, but you can also use G Site Factory to do this. And then there should be one more link as we see here. So it's going to another one. And we don't make it complicated. Guys do is they just pick up one of a relevant term and they just link to other pages. The goal is just that when the Google crawler comes to the home page, it directly find the contextual backlink to the other pages to make the indexing faster. On the other pages, we don't do anything special other than text, but the header image is there. So overall, even if a manual review is done, the site is clean, everything is clean, and it may even pass a manual review. Now, what
does
we
your
do here,
phone number work? Is your phone number
yeah, the
clickable?
phone number, we
Yep.
actually link this phone number with the GBP long URL.
Okay,
Because what we want is whenever somebody click there, we want that guy to have that call recorded into the GBP for our
that's smart.
tracking.
Okay,
Yeah, because if person calls here, then client is not happy because GBP call is not increasing. And then what we do, interestingly, is if we have a Tinoga Park page, then we will backlink that directly from this header. Otherwise, we will link the home page of the website from here. So this is done here. And we also have an instruction to team that whatever the main keyword is there, that main keyword should be in the second line because that's very important for a website that after your H1, your next para, whatever comes after the H1 have the except keyword. So they use it there. And this is overall the structure. The site looks neat and clean. This particular image box is manually added. So they do it just for the look and feel purpose. The iframe when comes, we drag down it a little bit because we want to show a little, you know, visuals of the website. So we just don't create a iframe like a smaller one and then we don't know what that is. So we want to just showcase something nicely here. So this is kind of a G site which we create and let's go to the software now. So as we all use, this is G Site Factory. The version is the latest one we have from this. Generally, we don't create these manual G sites. We only use this AI button. Since it is started, we are using that. So we click there and now we can see everything up here. We can just drag it here. First of all, we right click here and we clear all because we don't want any kind of pages. We want AI to create our pages. Then we click on the use AI. We go to the one click AI site builder. Because if we go and create every box and every page manually, it will take more like 3 times extra time. So we just use one click AI site creator tool. And here we can give it an instruction like we can use a case study. We can use ranking store. Let me see this. Okay, so we have the ranking store GBP here. I have to check why it's there. 1 second. Open this here. Okay, so we have the ranking store. We use our software. What kind of theme you want to me to give it? SEO services or SEO software.
So this is kind of new to some people. When you said speak to GPT,
Hey, yeah.
you're creating a prompt to do what?
Okay. So what we do here is basically who you are, what you do, where you are. These are the three things we focus here. That's the
Okay.
point. We just giving direction to the AI that okay, this is kind of a theme we want to have. And if we have like, let's just say the same example, okay, because
Mhm.
it's easy for us. Top AC, 1 second. INC is a leading HVAC repair. I mean, I can use the same one. I can do this one. Is a leading, so we have the company name, what they do, and where they are located. That's the
Mhm.
major point. So this is like a basic thing. You can just provide AI an instruction that, okay, you have to create a website for this keyword, for this location, and for this company. So you can format it any way you want. You can make it longer also. You can include some of your expertise there also. But this is like
Can
a
you
base
can you
one.
put like sub categories in there too? That and say
No,
no, okay.
no, not here. We will have the option later. But here we are only giving a brief of the overall G site, what kind
Good.
of G site we need. Now we go to the second point.
How many people are using that feature right there already? Give me a one or a two if you're not, or two if you didn't even know it existed, because it is kind of new, I think. Two, no. Okay. At least
Yeah. And you should always, I will highly recommend all the G Site Factory users to use this feature. It would give you a productivity of around at least 3 times. You can create number of 3 times of G sites you create in the same time. So that could
so
save you time. Yeah,
yeah, look at what Richard put in there and answer that question, because that's, can you see the
let me
question?
see.
I'll read
Yeah,
it to you. So you could do something like this: position and mention the ranking store as a leader in SEO software for agencies and SEO professionals. Would you be that graphic there like that? And then
yeah,
put the
it's also a good one.
okay. And then you put the location.
Yeah, we can put, but it's not mandatory because the G
Yeah.
site is not necessary to be for a location. Yeah,
Okay. But if it
yeah.
was a local business, then you could. Right.
In Miami, Florida, for example. So whatever we have, the location can be there, a part of
Okay.
this.
Gotcha.
If it's suppose like it's a SEO service, then SEO service provider in Miami for agency and SEO professional or the website
Okay.
owner, whatever. Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
we go to the next thing. We copy this main keyword without any city or whatever. We give it here, SEO software company. So this
So if you
kind of a keyword we
if
can
wait a minute, wait a
provide.
minute. If you've done this before, you have images that you could load, or are you going to create images as well? See where it says use loaded images?
We can do that if we have certain images with us,
Right,
then we
but you
can
don't.
load them
Right.
here. Yeah. So
Gotcha.
right now we can use is the DALL-E and it creates the image for us. So we can
Gotcha.
use that way. You can also have certain other kind of uh, like other keywords also. If we provide it like 5, 10 keywords here, or you can even have a longer sentence like
Okay.
SEO software company. But please understand, like DALL-E doesn't be knowing about the Google Cloud stacking, so it can come up with some really imaginary part. So
I bet.
yeah, so when you put a prompt like this, if your prompt is like a broader one, it would have a nicer image. So you don't have to be narrow with the AI, especially when creating the images, because otherwise, like it doesn't know cloud stacking where that is, then maybe it can create some clouds, real clouds in the sky, and in to the software company or something like that. So that's the
Right.
thing. You need to put just like a broader one. So it's there.
Cool.
Now target URL. So we can here use here the website HTTPS the ranking
Or
store.com.
the
We can do
GPV
it like that.
address, right?
Or we can use page. I highly recommend you never use the long URL
Correct.
because the long URL will be always a variable. It won't be always the same.
Same.
So even if you are logged in, you will have a certain different parameter because Google may be passing some kind of your data there, your location data and other things.
So how do you
So the
solve
link,
that?
yeah. So how I solve that is, and also one more thing, what generally we do, we just take the URL from Google, search, we can search for the company, we click on the mouse, and then we copy that. It won't work that way either. So what you do, wherever is your GBP, reach that page. Suppose this is the page where the GBP is, copy the link, paste it into the browser, wait for a second. It will give you a long URL. Now you use a website called cidfinder.com. cidfinder.com, and that URL which was there after the short URL was used, it gave us the new long URL. Then we get the CID. So CID is a little bit tricky, but it won't be tricky when you follow the share URL and you copy that and then you use that one, the long URL coming after the redirect, and then always it will provide you the CID. And how you can make sure it's the correct CID, just open it in a new tab and you see the business. So this is very important, guys. You have to use it with the CID.
Co-
Now we see it again have redirected to a long URL, but at least our link juice is passing to the exact entity ID we have there. Raw business.
Go back to the previous button to the left. Ranking store button. All right, that's fine right there. So one of the ways that you can use this same process in stuff this URL is you could say the plus ranking plus store plus agency plus SEO plus and just stuff the living shit out of the URL and it won't make any difference. Is anybody using that? And it's already in the tag. It's already up there in the title. See that? Who's using that technique? Anybody? Nobody says yes, then everybody means no. Nobody's using it. Okay, but that's another way of getting Google to know what your services are by adding them in there with the pluses. Make sense? Excuse me.
Now
Where do you
we are
add the
here.
pluses? Right, look right up there, right where it says plus store at the end of store plus SEO plus agency, plus YouTube videos. I mean, just whatever you want. It doesn't change the value of the link, it just adds it. And then Google reads that and attributes those keywords to your from your title up there to your product.
And Patrick, I was there into the WasCon, and credit goes to the Chris Palmer, the speaker there. He gave one more idea there.
Okay.
When you go to the reviews, you see those categories, right? These categories are the related entity of your reviews, okay? So you click there, and then he said, you click there, and he said you can use this URL. It have the entity ID. I have to go through the recording, but this is one more way he said because these are also like you can. I need to find out. Maybe I can do a recording on that.
Yeah, just do a
Credit
quick
goes to
recording
Chris
on it.
Palmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will do this, but this is also a way like how you can push software, digital marketing towards your review page. So I will find out those detail and record it for us. Yeah. So now we have the CID. So what we do is if we are working for the GBP, then we just use this URL here. Okay. Now we can have certain keywords here. Now please note whenever the pages, suppose you have 10 pages here. Okay. So now you can put up some 9 or 10 keywords here. If you put up like lots of keywords, let me just put two. But if you put up 10 keyword here and you are having like only one page created or 2 page created, then it won't be worthy. So you should have say like 3 page or 5 page is fine. If you have a purpose for creating more pages, then you can just put up all of your keywords here, how many pages you need. And that
Doesn't really
many,
matter, does it? Doesn't matter.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, every keyword will be given a emphasize when creating the pages. So far, I remember the last time I used this feature.
So
So let
Dustin,
us.
let me ask you a question in reference to that though. Should you do the keyword research tool before you do this?
It should be within the this one. Yeah, let's do it this way. So SEO software, and let's just do it the same way. 3 left.
No, yeah, dude. No,
It's
there you go.
it's even a good thing we discussed this tool in the last call, and maybe we can cover that again here for good.
Okay. You want me to cover it? I love covering this because this is really cool.
Yeah, this is really cool. Yeah, I was about to miss it, but you remind me. Thanks for that.
Yeah,
So,
because what happens here, this is okay. Let me just ask, does everybody know exactly what you're saying here? Everybody here, there's 23 people minus 3. I want 21 answers. Do you know what you're seeing here or you don't? Yes or no? It's important. Everybody give me an answer. No. Okay. No. No. Yes. 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 Explain the levels. Yes. Okay. So open up a new tab. And then open up a new tab.
mhm,
And let's just show everybody exactly how cool this new feature is. Okay. So open up a new
mhm.
tab and type
New
in
tab. Okay.
no, yeah, type in SEO. What was it? SEO what?
Software.
Software. Okay. So we're going to go to a search. Now scroll to the, see you scroll, you get to the bottom. Right now, stop. How important do you think if you had a page that talked about exactly what Google is referring to as relevant content in the next level of your silo? Give me 100% or a 0%. Shut up, flip up, you dumb bunny. I keep turning you off. Is it important, right? Or it's not?
It's very important.
Okay. So now click on SEO software free download. All right. Now guess what you see? What do you see? Okay. Now scroll to the bottom. Oh my God, look at that. Okay. Now on the bottom right, click on SEO Power Suite review. So literally what Chris has done has taken and built what I built. This is so cool because this is what DMT built. And this is what I built with Wonder Silo 7 years ago. And it was awesome. So now we're able to take our site and we're able to build a silo structure with what, okay, you can go back to the old link wheel, right? So every one of those is linking together and every one of those is creating a page and every one of those is content relevant to the main keyword to give your site a lot more authority than just randomly putting up keywords. Does this turn any light bulbs on for everybody? You should do this on every single page that you're doing. How many get
And
it? 20 people here. I don't see anybody that got it. Oh, except J Mike. Okay, so we have one bright light bulb in the house. Okay. So really what you end up doing here is you're making an authority site without knowing that you're making an authority site. And if you build this out and then you have your links in each of these pages, you could really be generating a lot more traffic. All right, go ahead,
Agree.
Nan, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, it's a cool idea. Even I will transmit it right away. And the thing is that what it's doing, it's searching as we speak SEO software. So if we see the SEO software, let's go back. So here is the SEO software. So these keywords are actually here. And there can be a conflict of location, and even Google also changes them, but this is how it is. And then first thing is, this is your first keyword. Now this keyword is searched in the Google, and these are the related keywords for this one. These all are. Okay. And then, okay, so this is level 1, primary level. This is level 2. And then what it's doing, it's picking one of them here. This one is here. And then it's searching. Now you can see when you started the job, there were more keyword, but when you drill down at the level 3, there are less because now these are long-term keywords. So you don't
This
have
is
that kind
amazing.
of, yeah. Now, what you can do, even I have opened the Notepad++ for a reason. I tell you, some of these keywords may not be, suitable for your business, but you can take them like this, okay? Then what you do, this is your level 1, okay? So we put it like level 1, okay? This is level 1 G site. Now, level 1 G site can be, suppose like engineer, I don't want that. List, meaning it's fine, house, tree, and that's I mean, maybe I can take these ones. Okay. So now let's go to the level 2. So these are the pages, and this is the level 1G site. Suppose our this site name is size.google.com/SEO2. Suppose this is the website, and these are the keywords. So let's just use them in our G site. We put them here, okay? And I also give you a short code. I always recommend you use Notepad++ if you are using Windows, and it's a free tool. What you do, select all the keywords you want, press Alt U, and you make them first letter capital. Okay.
What'd you say? Alt what?
Alt plus U for umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Alt
now
U.
if you put, yeah, now if you put Control and U, they all are small. So Control to make it small with U, and Alt U is to capital. So what I will do, I will first of all make them first letter capital. Okay. Because I want my site to look like this. Those pages to look
Plus
like
there'll
this.
be titles, right?
Yeah, because these will be the page titles, so I want them like this, not like small letters. So 3 and 3, 6. So how many pages we need? A concise 6. Okay. Now I have seen one more thing that there may be possibility it will create 1 or 2 extra page or less page depending on AI. So it's not like mandatory it would cover all, but majority of them it would cover. Maybe Chris have tuned it further. That was my last understanding of the system. Now go back to the keyword tool. I went to this tool just to show you how to use this keyword. Suppose my this site is ready. Okay, so this is this site. Okay, this G site is ready with those 5, 6 pages. Now what I can make another one G site, would be my level 2 G site, just like this. I remove them from there and I can put it here. So it can be my URL slot like this. Now what I can do, underneath, these are the related keywords, right? So they are up to here. Don't copy till down because they are just other repeating the same keywords. So if you see like this and this is same, so up to here they are unique. Just copy them there. And what I can do, I can just put it like this. You see this? It's your silo of multiple G site if you want to go that level. This can be a level 2, and then you can have level 3 also. So you need to just find out the golden keywords from here. There is a choice that you can create 20G site, 50G site out of all these. Or a better choice, as Patrick say, you go with one site, create a G site, take this site, create this G site, take this site, create this G site. So if you go this way, maybe you run the keyword for once, and then you have your 20G site plan. And once you have the plan, put them in a Notepad plus or something like this, and then just go and execute it. And don't close it until you are done with your plan. So make a plan like 10G site or 20G site, and have it this way. And there is one more thing, Patrick, because we are working on this part. I can say age, HVAC repair, Canoga. Okay, when we search this kind of keyword, let me just see. When we search a local keyword like this, we may have less amount of keywords. As you see, there is no any limited searches found. So how to overcome this? We have been doing this in Keyword Translation Factory earlier. So what we do here is we create this HVAC repair as a primary search. Okay. So this is that. Or otherwise, this is better even. Then what you can do is you can use your city modifier. So if you have this, and can I go and show one more shortcut here in the Notepad plus? You there, Patrick?
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm watching.
So I remove some of the city because I'm from India, so it's picking the Indian keywords
Okay, that's
also.
fine.
Now I want to show one more advanced feature of the Notepad plus.
Well,
Control
you'd
X.
mentioned Keyword Translation Factory, but I don't know that everybody knows what you're talking about.
Okay, so let's just go there. Keyword Translation Factory. So we open this website.
It's free, by the way,
Anyway, yeah, and we log
for
in
the
there.
most part.
Let me just go there and pick my password.
There is a paid version, but it's very inexpensive. There's a lot of
Okay,
different
guys.
tools on here that people can
Yeah.
use.
So we got the combined keyword. Okay, this is our keyword. Now, if you have anything done there, then those data would be there. You can just click on the close button. Okay. So suppose I got a lot of keywords from here. Let me just see where is my link. It's here. So suppose you got a lot of keyword, maybe like 50 or 100 of HVAC repair. What you can do is you can go to the keyword translation factory, add them here, and then you can say like Cano Park, and then you can say another one is um, Los Angeles.
Yeah, move your
Okay.
mic a little bit away from your mouth. It's a little
Oh, okay. Sorry.
there you go.
So Los Angeles and Canoga Park, you can have say like 5, 10 more cities there if you want a lot of local keywords. Then you do it. You make sure you have included the yes mark here. Don't yes mark here because we don't need that data. This is first priority. This is second priority. When we create the combined, we get the set of the keywords for the local.
Now, the other part is that in the third box, you could say all the zip codes that you want those keywords for. And then the last
Mm-hmm.
box, you could say, cities and towns, or, just
Mm-hmm.
keep adding variations that you want. So like if it were me in this case, right, I would take the very first box, the A box, and I would type in
Mm-hmm.
the keyword HVAC. In the second
Mm-hmm.
box, I would type in all the secondary in the second, right? Repair, services, right? And then the other part is in the first box, I could say instead of HVAC, heating and air conditioning repair, right? So you can just keep adding and adding all the variations of the keywords that you want to create the titles that you want. And then in the last box over there, I could put a lot of various zip codes that go along with Canoga Park, Los Angeles, and so forth. Or various zip codes that you want. But I mean, this is a way that you can play with this. And like, if you see the numbers at the bottom, order 1, 2, 3, 4, you can change 1 to a 4 and a 4 to a 1, and it'll flip the order of all the keywords in the system.
Yeah,
So
maybe
handy little tool.
let us see a live demo, okay? So in a quick. So what we do is, first of all, we need it as a first, second, and third. We click on delete combination, all is removed. Now we create the combination. Okay, so this is the first set of 12 keywords we got because we have limited data for the testing.
Mhm.
Now let's see make it like third, make it like second, make it like first. Okay, first, second, third. Now the city name will be first. You see this Canoga Park installation, Canoga Park HVAC. So this is how you can create a combination of local keywords, and you can take your G-Site factory software. One second. You can take the data from here. So this is how we do it. So some of the keyword maybe you don't want to use, so just use Notepad++ and filter them out, like the
Mhm.
one. Yeah. So here is our G-Site, and we want 6 spices, extra element. Of course, I need Q&A. Of course, I need YouTube. Of course, I need Scholar. Earlier, to do this, we all have been using those link Gopher and those
Link Gopher, yeah.
extensions. Yeah. So now Chris have it, and I tell you, honestly speaking, like it saves lots of time to get those links. And this Q&A panel is already built in based on the AI, so it saves lots of time. Now, I would say checked because I want to enable it, all three. I hope this is the use of it. And this is the schema we were talking. The article schema is by default enabled. So VS marked there. So now entire things are failed and we have this button. So what we can do is we can click on the AI button. Okay. Warning, I always miss it. So
It's nice that you
let
have the warning there, right?
yeah, the warning there. Otherwise, okay. So I see software for agencies. I want that even. Okay, and I can have
Well,
that given
someone's
there as well.
asking, okay, it actually creates the slug for you automatically.
Yeah, of course. The slug is automatic now. Yep. So what Chris is doing these days is he is adding these little things and new updates are coming. He is keep on doing the updates and fixing those things. So like this one is his help to us. Otherwise, earlier we had to do it manually. So far, I believe, but this is it. So now we can just go to the one click button, click on the AI, sending to the OpenAI. You see this, those pages are created now. So these pages are actually created based on the prompt you provided and based on the keywords, your related keywords you have provided. I'm not sure of the background, but of course, I can say Chris is using those keywords which we provided at the background information when generating the article. So now 10 images are being created. DALL-E is running there for us.
Now, you have to have inputted all of your APIs to all the tools, right, at the very beginning?
Of course. So in the meantime, maybe we can go there. So here is my OpenAI key. What happens is OpenAI and DALL-E E3. So they both use the same OpenAI because DALL-E is a part of OpenAI. So when you have this key, DALL-E is already there. Then there is another one key that is Stability AI. So let me just
All right.
get the Stability API key. Let me just get that URL. Where's that? I know
Um,
it's this one. Yeah, this one. So
y-
stability.
we don't have, this is a good question, and we'll have to ask Chris, but I don't think you have the ability to add your own images in there, do you?
Which one? This AI function?
It's, yeah, it's making the images now for the pages, right?
It's making the images, but there was the load option, no? If you have those images ready with the metadata, then you can just import them during
Where,
this process. I have to follow the process.
okay, that's something new.
Yeah,
So,
I can show some of the images should be there into the folder. So once the site is created, I can show you
okay, let's just let it
doing
finish.
them.
It's
Yeah.
only gonna build 7 pages, so we're good.
Yeah. So in the meantime, maybe we can take the questions, if any.
Well, that's basically the only question I have is, can we use our own images or do we have to use the AI? Who else has a question here? Since this is something maybe you just seeing for the first time. So do you want a more general keyword to start with and then go from that keyword down? Well, that's what the silo is. The silo that we just shared with you starts with the main keyword and it goes down and down and down and down, into obscurity, actually. I mean, sometimes it gets a little ridiculous when it gets, too much further, but you don't really need to go past 3 levels. Maybe you don't even need to go past 2 levels if you don't really want to, but it really does create an authority page when you keep doing it and they're all relevantly siloed together, right? Can you use this process for an Amazon book?
Question, Parag. The thing is, when we are using OpenAI, we are depending on their data. So if they know about your book and if it is up to the release of, because every time OpenAI have a new model, they have a certain date of data. So if that data is there, then yes, Amazon book can be used. Otherwise, not because suppose like maybe every 3 or 6 months they have a new update and they come up with the new data set. So I think that answers your question, right?
The book is a new book. So is the book on Amazon? So you would use, okay, so you would use ChatGPT to go find your book. And then what do you want to do with your book? Create a complete G site out of your book? I don't understand what you want. Okay, so you want to
Yes.
create a G site that's promoting your book, correct? Okay. Yeah, I mean, should be able to do
Greg,
it.
Greg, I tell you this why. Okay, I just got this idea when your question was coming. Suppose your book is about motivational speech, then you need to find your audience. You need to use a
Tone.
motivational book or those kind of keyword, and then yes, you can make that and create your hyperlink as your Amazon book, and you can
Mhm.
even iframe your product there. There are lots of things you can do with this. So what you can do is suppose like I have the book with me, so I can make it a hyperlink going to my book in the Amazon instead of the website like this. I can put up my Amazon book URL here into the iframe, or even I can use the product feed and I can use the iframe of that particular product from the Amazon affiliate if I am for the book. So there
That's a
are
good
ways, but
idea. You know what? And then that's a good idea because
yeah,
we have our book. We should test this out because we have our book
yeah,
we published on Amazon, Search
yeah,
Shift, the coming
yeah,
new way of learning how to search within Google. So maybe
yeah.
um, what we'll do is we'll make a G site, Craig, with our book and show you how it's done. What do you think? We could
And
do that
Craig,
in Nan, right?
yeah, and Craig, I tell you, yes, I will just got an idea from Craig, so even I will ask my guys to do that for our book, yes, and maybe we can share that. So the thing
Excellent.
is, Craig, when the book is new, you need to focus on market keywords. And once the book is famous, then book keyword is itself is a keyword, right? But by then you will have your data into the OpenAI. I hope you got my idea. You need to make your book that popular that your book itself is now a keyword and people are searching this book review, this book, that. And then even at that time, OpenAI would have their data for your book. So
That's a great idea. Yeah. Didn't even
yeah.
think about using our own tool to promote our own product, you know?
Mhm.
We learn
Yeah.
something new every day when we do this. This is awesome.
This is fantastic idea. Even I tell you, like somebody can even find out a very good niche and they can work on affiliate and the way we discuss the book idea, even people can do affiliate G sites.
Does that give you any ideas, Richard? So anyway, cool. Um, and then you could, I guess, literally what we could do with that is we could go through with the keywords and make the titles of each pair of each chapter the keywords, right?
Wow. Yeah,
Right. Search shift,
of
you
course.
know, the headline, the tagline, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We have 12 chapters, so 12 keywords in the 12 chapters, and then talk about them and have 12 pages that summarizes each of the chapters as a website.
Okay,
What
so
do you
my
guys think of that? Is that a great idea? Right? I'm getting some thumbs up. I'm getting some party hats. I'm getting some claps. I'm getting some hearts. Right? Cool. Nice. Well, I love it. Thank you for teaching us something by asking that question, Craig. Absolutely. That's what, that's cool. That's why we're here.
okay, so the website is content is block is ready. Now we are ready to upload, okay? So I will just click on the upload button. We are doing it live so that we can show you exactly how we are doing the theme part to make it look great. So that's the
Sure.
purpose of why we are doing it live. So that you can see the entire process, how we do it.
Yeah, that's why if you put like a lot of images in here, it really does slow it down. And certainly if you're going to do 200 pages, it's going to take a while, to build it all out. But, you know, if we can build that triple silo out, that's a lot of pages, guys. A lot of content, a lot of pages. And the one thing that Richard and I found out, you know, when we were testing the other day is the more content that you have on your particular subject, and the more that we can help get that particular subject in the rankings in some way, shape, or form, and we can then drive a lot of backlinks to it, the better chances you have of getting it picked up in ChatGPT or Copilot and giving you a citation. And that's where that's what we're talking about here in the book, is that, the new way of searching and the new way of getting leads is not by keywords, but it's keywords in doing the searches that people are searching for in Copilot or on ChatGPT, not in Google. Does that make sense to everybody? Let's see, there's 21 people here, two of us, 19 of you. Give me an answer. Does that make sense, right? Search in Google itself is going to the pits. It's getting and going to the toilet, right? All the new search and everybody is searching on AI, and that's the new search. So our whole goal is, how do we position ourselves so that when somebody's looking, and I'm not talking about the local plumber or whatever, but just subject wise, okay, how are we going to get ourselves as a citation or a referral on the content that ChatGPT, Copilot, all of them are bringing in and spitting out? They give us the little citations. How are we getting ourselves in those citations? And it basically, from what Richard and I, have seen and established in our searching, it's all based on content, not keyword. It's keyword. Richard, pop in here and explain to everybody what we found out the other day, because it's just amazing what we're seeing as we continue to test and test and test and test and see all this stuff.
Yeah, it's long form content that shows up in the citations every time.
Correct. Every time. Right. And that long form, which is really kind of related to what we're doing here, you know, it actually gives you the actual search term. And it's a long form search term. It's like talking to Siri or Alexa. I mean, if you're not, phone optimized on your sites, you're going to start losing traffic because everybody is searching on their phone. How many of you guys agree with me? Give me a 1 if you think I'm right, or 2 if you think we're full of crap. Right? How many of you are searching on your phone? I mean, look, we are bad examples because we have desktops, because we're in the SEO business and we're lazy and we're going to just use our desktop to do what we do. But when you are out, Carolyn Clyde, right? Who you're using this for your searches? 85% of all website occurs on a mobile device now. So we have to change our whole mindset, of how we're searching, optimize and mobilize how we're optimizing what we are doing to try to get seen, for people are searching for. And that's when we get the citation that comes into the search term, where you get the whole thing that ChatGPT or Copilot is giving you. And then you give you that little 1, that little 2, that little 3, which is a citation. And then underneath it, it actually lists the company of the citation. That's where you want to be. That's how you have to be in order to get the traffic that you want, because everybody else is doing the same thing, trying to get your traffic. Does that make sense to everybody? Give me a 1 if it makes sense. And we're gonna, at some point in time, we're gonna kind of go over a little bit of what we're finding, and give you some insights in terms of how that works. But test it yourself. Go do a keyword research on something on Copilot, and then look at the little 1s and the little 2s and the little 3s of the citations. They're getting all the traffic for your freaking keyword. It's amazing. Absolutely. Try it right now on your phone. Pick your phone or your desktop as you're waiting for this to do it, and go in Copilot and do a keyword search and see the answers that you're getting, and see who's popping up and getting all the traffic for the keyword that you're looking for. Right? It'll blow you away. You've already seen it, but I don't know that your brain is associated with what we're trying to tell you on this. Right? I was pissed off the other day because we're Richard and I were in there. We're looking at backlinks and this and that and the other thing. And I'm like, okay, the only one company that keeps coming up is Backlinko. They're getting all the traffic for anybody searching for backlinks on Copilot. I think it was it Backlinko, or I think it was, Richard, something like that. Right?
I think you were doing that with somebody else. We were checking, the monodental stuff, and a couple of long form sites and pages that Randy had built were showing up in the citations almost every time. And we also found an affiliate site
Beating us.
that got pulled into the citations.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're right. That's what you and I were doing. I was just researching backlinks and all things that are related to the TRS, right? And it's like, man, we're not showing up anywhere, which means we got to get content, syndicated content, get it out there so we become an authority in content. And that's what's showing up in the search. We wrote a book about it and we're not doing it. So there you go. What does that tell you?
And just to answer Jay Michael's question, it's that high. It might vary, a couple of points one way or the other, depending on, on the niche. But on average, web traffic, 85% is on a mobile device. And that's why, when I have conversations with people that, you're designing or building a website, the conversation is about how the website looks on a desktop device. And now it's shifted so far, towards mobile that the conversation that you should be having with people if you're, building a website is what it's going to look like on a mobile device. Desktop is secondary now, in my opinion.
J Mike, correctly, that little number that you see, click on it, see where it takes you. That's who's getting the credit, and that's who's getting all the clicks for your keyword that you're searching for. Completely new way of doing things. Long-term generative AI. So I like that page, Anand. SEO software for agencies.
Hey, think about this. I don't know if there's anybody on the call that builds websites, but we're getting to a point where not too far in the future, AI will be able to deliver the entire experience. So, for example, somebody lands on your website or your domain name, you can have an AI chat bot or agent that will deliver the website or the content dynamically, exactly what a person's looking for. I don't think in the future people are going to have to click on things. You're going to, you'll talk to an AI agent and it will deliver the thing that you're looking for.
Instead of scrolling through, 10, 15, 20 pages. Scott's asking a good question there. Are there any hidden pages on that G site or accordions? Anand did not build that, right?
I have to check that. What's there? 1 second. We go to the account. First of all, we will go to the same account. So your browser has to be logged in. And then we click on the edit button. So I think the pages are not hidden. I think. No, they are not hidden. Okay, so we are working on beautification first, how to do it. What I personally do is we click on this family update for once only. You have to do it only once in the account, okay? And give it name like template, okay? Now you go back to the G site area. You see this template, right? So your website is here. You need to do this part only once. Once the template is there, you can always give it to another G site. You go to the theme and you click on import theme and you use your template and select it. Parent block. Click here, import the theme. Now the look is totally changed, right? So that's the first thing we did. And the second thing we are going to do is, let me just see here. Okay, so we are here. So what we generally do is we create a sentence that consists of the same keyword here. The ranking store is a leading Google cloud stacking software. Is our top agency software.
Hey, Nan, we're going to check ranking results Monday.
Okay, so what we do personally is we just
Hey, actually,
expands it
we're going to do our special sauce and see what happens. Exactly.
and then we give it an image. So we can use select. If you have selected those images, then they should be here, I think, into the Google Drive. I need to find them where they are. 1 second. Message photos. Maybe I can use this one for now.
Mhm.
I need to see where the photos are. Recent, okay. I was just forgetting. So the recent photos are the photos which were uploaded with the G site. Okay.
Very
So
nice.
here you pick this one, insert here. Now you have this. And then we generally do is we use it as a large banner or banner.
What's the difference between the two?
Yeah, 1 second. Cover. I think we use it as a cover. Yeah. Then we can
The size?
have a phone number here. We can even also align it like a center. So it looks nicer. And then we can use the phone number. We use the phone number. We put it up here. Send align it. Make it a little bit large. And we can even hyperlink it to the G site short URL or the GBP long URL itself. In our case, I think we do it to the long URL so that the call is tracked through the GBP
Mm-hmm.
in the log
Perfect.
for the client. And then we also do is we remove this underline from here. It looks better without the underline. So we just remove that. So it's done. And then what we do is basically guys do a little bit of smaller adjustments for making them look better. We can also do single and then the do it. Okay, so this is the major part. What we do in this case is guys click on the box of the text because you see the font is not like the one which we have here. It was better one. So if you are like font you want this way, just go there and use the first one, like Zen. Just click there and you will have so nicely done the same font. So what I can do is I can maybe delete this one and maybe I can expand this one a little bit. We can make the height adjustment to the single. Okay, there's the max we can. Okay, so the same thing. Don't go into the deep. Just click on Lexand here itself and it will just convert your things there. So what it is actually the iframe of the schema for the article. So what we generally do is we just move it a little bit less in this height. So there is not too much space there. Now we were talking about some of the iframes, right? So first of all, let us open the website. So we have the website, we click on embed, we click on URL. It would ask us, we will say we want embed the website. Now technically what we do is guys actually do a little bit of scrolling, dragging it down just so that a better view of the website is shown. So even in our case, we can even have the entire portfolio of the products is there on the home page. So maybe we can just show everything up here. Yeah. So that's one thing we do. Then the next thing we do is we go to the embed code of the map. We go there and we click this embed code here. Next, insert. It would come like this. You will just drag it there, a little bit down. It will look nicer, cover up entire space. Okay, 1 second. There is a trick. When you put the iframe, it is having a 600 pixel in the width. You can just put it as 100%, and then it will cover up the entire space. Okay, so that's how we do it. Then you can have one more city. Suppose it's a local website. In that case, I can just go to a particular city
Let's go to
and
Bel
let
Air,
us,
Maryland. Bel Air.
yeah, this one,
Bel Air. Everybody Grace is where we already are. Type in Bel
BAL.
Air. Bel, B-E-L AIR. There you go,
I
first
see
one,
it.
very first one.
Okay. So we embed it and we embed it here into the code. Another thing, always it will have 600. This is the default of Google. You can make it with 100% and insert it. So you have that iframe as well, the same way we have. And now let's see the weather widget. So
Always put your weather widget on.
yeah, you want put, what did you say? You want to
Always,
put or
always use your weather
always?
widget for your city.
Okay, cool. So you can go to the bookro.net/weather and there you get the widget code and you can have your city name there.
21014. Yeah, that'll do it.
Correct.
Mhm.
And we can have a little bit larger the size to the maximum possible. Let me just see this.
Anybody know why
Okay.
we put weather widgets on our sites? Lee, I'll get to your question in a minute.
You want to know if it's cold outside?
I do. I mean, I look at my webpage every day before I go anywhere, so I know what the temperature is. Of course, Richard. It's like an RSS feed, local relevance. It keeps the site updated every day. So the government can change your weather depending on traffic. Yeah. But all those
We
are
go there.
exactly right, right?
So we just add the weather widget here. Just the same thing. Okay, so we have the weather widget as well. What else we missing? Okay, we missing the image box, right? So what we
That's
do
fine.
generally is we come up onto after the first box of text, then we put up here this particular thing. And then we go to the select image and photos. Google Drive, sorry.
Man, you just gave me an
Recent,
idea. I'm
recent.
going to add a weather widget to one of my Zista builds.
Mhm.
Select
So here's
image.
another, while he's doing this, anybody in here using Zista, Zizta, Zizda? Anybody? Give me a one if you're using Zista. Mike James is using Zista, okay. Lee, you might want to do it more than sporadically. It's awesome. We're really, really good at it. And Richard, what can we do with people that use Zista sites?
In the very near future, we'll be able to pull the XML and load it into a G-Site build.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Is there a limit to how many pages you can bring in?
As many as you want until you break your web server.
So for those of you that are using Zista or any other site like that, we are creating, links. Like right now we can import DMT. Right now we can import RSS masher pages. Right now we can import Zista builds directly into the G sites. How cool do you guys think that is on a scale of 1 to 100?
101. There's no other tool out there that can do this.
Well, that's kind of true. That is definitely kind
You
of
wouldn't
true.
say it, but I will. So
Okay, so by mistake, I have done that on the inner page.
Oh,
That's the way we do it actually on the home page, not the inner page.
gotcha. Okay.
Okay, so we can take it from here. The look is this. This image
love
box
it.
is here. Yeah, the website is here. Let me see if any space is there. And
I
then
think
we
we have
just
to.
drag it to the last.
I think we have to
Pardon?
do a G site on our new book.
Yeah, of course, I will make it.
Yeah.
So Okay, so our site is almost ready. I can say because the same step are there. It not need to be done on the sub page. You need to do it on the home page. So that's the list there. And then we have the other pages. Then what we do basically is we have guys open the pages and top agency software. So we just pick this one and we link it to the one which the agency word in it. Then we pick another one, SEO. We put it to the SEO software solution. So this is how we just uh, interlink the pages from the home page. We actually interlink all the pages, not just one. Just find a related term and
I'm also working with, potentially have appointment with Stephen Kang. Everybody knows Stephen Kang. He's like the guru of internal linking. So we're going to be working with him to come up with, hopefully a program where we can build into here that's going to do all, interlinking widget. I don't know if that's going to work, but we're going to be working with him on it.
okay, so I have published the new version of the G-Sign. So this was the early one. Google is always having a cache, so it may take a couple of seconds before we see the new website. Now you can compare both of the sites, Patrick, both of these sites. This is the original one and this is the updated one.
Put both of them in the chat so everybody can, copy them.
Yeah.
Links in the chat. Bernard's asking, all the internal linking comes from only the homepage? No,
Yeah, only the home page because we just
it's
want
going to the homepage, but it comes from all the inner pages to the homepage.
yeah, the
Yep.
top bar is already there, so all the pages are connected to each one.
Correct.
But for the sake of crawler, we just do it to the other pages so that everything gets crawled as soon as possible. Because Google has to know all the pages. They get it from the top, but they get it more power is given to the contextual one. It's good idea if you link back to the homepage from those pages. So that's something. And I remember Bernard was saying how we can make a G site added to a Google Search Console, right? So the most important thing here is you need to take the same Google account should be logged in where your G site is. So in my case, this is there. I can just go to Google Search Console. I'm here. Start now. Okay, so you see a couple of sites are there. I can just click on there, put the site here, and continue. And Bernard, the good thing is you don't have to do any verification. I had to do the verification. It should be done already. 1 second. HTML tag under the home page.
Carolyn, you use this all the time, right? For G sites?
Then there is another route with the Google
Your mic is,
Analytics.
you can talk on your mic, Carolyn. I'll open you up. If you're there. But Carolyn is our guru of G site indexing and tracking it and making sure, that it's all being done correctly and giving us tips and how to do that. So actually, she did a little course on it for us, training on one of her podcasts with us. Gary mentioned the other day that instead of interlinking, sometimes you're instead linking to the money site GPV. Are you still recommending sometimes doing that, or did testing determine? No, absolutely. We're linking out from our sites to all of our other properties, our GPB, we can link to our reviews, we can link to our maps, we can, all of that's interpage, everything, your home site and your GPB, everything. Not overly abundantly, but link. Like you
Okay,
could actually
so
have a separate page that says, my Google reviews, and you have a widget that brings all of your reviews in, and you can link back to all your reviews on your GPB.
So I'm into the Google Analytics. We are just bypassing because there are various ways how you can add. So the Google Analytics one is the easy one. I just want to see it. Okay, so we put it this way. The slug is here, size.google.com, because HTTPS is already there. Create and continue. Okay, so we got ID. I think this is the ID.
Is everybody using Google Search Console here for your G sites? Everybody? You can, yes or no? Don't be bashful.
So we go to this
No,
analytics.
no. Carolyn, put your shotgun away.
So
No,
basically, the
okay, it's important to do this, guys.
so we get the G site ID from here, and we go to the edit area where the website is. We go to the settings, analytics. We add that ID. I repeat, in the tracking code, this is the ID. So you just take that and add it here, enable the analytics, and publish. I don't think would be required because it's already saved once you added the ID there. Now I have this bar coming all the time. So now this Google Analytics way, we are verifying it.
So Bernard's asking, but it is still not in the Google console, is it?
It's still in Google Console now.
Mhm.
We just did it from the analytics part. So if you have the Google account, you can just use your analytic code. And the important thing is you need to add the Google site to the Search Console for the same analytics connected account. So this is the same account where the analytics is exist. So this is it. Now what you can do is you can just go there, put your home page here, and at no cost you can ask Google to index it.
I
I
mean,
take
this little
52%.
snippet right here is a good little training to put in the training area anyway. Oh, go away. No, I'm not donating to people that have long hair.
Okay, it's done. Submitted to the Google. And in the last call, we also had another question that how you can add more pages. You can use the G-Site Factory. I have not used that particular function, but I can say there is an option now that it can republish to the same G site. I need to first do it myself before I can tell you that. But you can save the project, load it. I will do some test and will record a separate video how you can add more pages through the G site factory.
Yeah. I
On
mean, you
the
can
on the
save it
ma-
as your base and you can just, keep adding a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Let it grow,
Yeah.
be cautious. Don't go building 1,000 pages. Not this way anyway. You can do that with the PBN. We should do a PBN webinar, maybe next week. For those
Yeah,
for those that paid for the PBN option.
so this is about the entire process, how we do the G sites. We only took more time because we were going through the process. But once you have the process, I think it takes like 20-30 minutes to do these manual parts. And one more thing we can cover here is that question about how to load your images, right? So it should be, yeah. So there is an option, use loaded image, then this box is gone. Clear it, load the images, look at them wherever they are. And once you have those things, images imported here, they will look here and then you can create the site. Now this time it will only take those photos, it won't use DALL-E. And it would even save your time. And you can also use those images which are metadata optimized. That's the way, using the one click. And what we do personally in our team is, Patrick, is we create around 40-50 good images using Canva or any tool. We do their metadata optimization, and then we just save it in a folder, and then we use those same images all the places they are meta optimized already. So this is how techs are doing here. So you have a mind map that you are going to create 20 G sites. You can create 30 images. That should be fair enough and can be reused. And they may also contain your nap or other details within the images for your benefit. That's the possibility. You there?
Yep.
Okay, so
I
what
don't have,
else to cover?
anybody, I don't see any other questions. It's, Google Drive
Let me
content, search replace options. Yeah,
let me
it's,
cover up some of the additional options, okay? So you can do this when you use the one-click AI generator. It creates all the images, it create all the pages, but upload button is in your hand, okay? So you can still wait. I mean, the pages are created, the images are created, everything is done. Then what you can do is
yes,
you can go to the news feed, you can say SEO software, okay? And then you can say preview in the browser just to make sure it's working. And then you can add it. So now your web G site would also have a Boopal image there. Second, the project is halted by me. That's why the function is not working because I accidentally click on another upload. So that's the way how you can add the Boopal as well. You can also include your name, area, and website. You can just copy your same details from your Google My Business, put them here, and then it would also add your contact details. So that's the other thing we do. I think that's the
maybe we'll do
majority
a,
of things we do.
we'll do a special training just on this section here, maybe, and put it in for everybody.
Yeah.
So where do you add the sitemap, Anand?
Sitemap. uh, I have not used that. Basically, Team is doing that. And I personally think you can create another page like sitemap. So far, I remember from the Gary's training, you can put it at the last. And yeah, when we can cover one more thing. Suppose you have a website of like 30 pages and you have a silo in your mind. Once the pages are created, you can drag them like this and they would be sub pages. So you can, this is how you control your silo.
Right.
Suppose you have three categories and you have multiple pages there. You can just drag it one above another and then they would be like in a silo mode. And the benefit of this purpose is it would be like sites.google.com/SEO software /top agency SEO software /SEO software solution. So the hierarchy will be managed this way. And when you have the sitemap, I mean, you can even hide the sitemap from the navigation. So you can add up your content here for the sitemap links. Uh, I'm just not have done that part, but this is how what I remember from the Gary's training class for the sitemap. You can hide the sitemap this one.
Mhm. Cool. All right. Very good. All righty, guys. Thanks. Did you learn anything today? Good session.
Right?
Party hats, love, darts, arrows. Okay, we got a couple people love you anyway, in there. So absolutely, 2 new items. Thanks, Jay. Um, what items do you think from after you play with this week that you would like us to maybe concentrate next week on? Any ideas?
I had a question.
Okay,
Where did you get the theme, Anand?
Yeah, sure.
PBN.
So it's basically in
And
every,
something that I haven't done yet, usually I'm starting out with the theme that I want to start with. I have not replaced a theme yet, so that might be an interesting topic for everybody.
it, theme is so important because Richard, you see both of the sides, like the one which we modified is totally, like a professional look, and it's even not
Is
complicated
that a
to do that.
default in there now, or is that one
Mhm.
that you bought?
No,
This
it's a
one
default.
is not purchased one. Family update is inside every site's Google account. You
Okay,
just have to click there once and make it as a template and save it. You don't have to even publish this one. This is your just template purpose, and it's a free one from the site's Google.
nice.
Yeah.
See, there's
But
always something to learn.
and you,
Absolutely.
and you see like the difference between both of these
Oh my
sites. I
gosh,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, you see this
Yeah, night
this
and
one
day.
only one.
I mean,
That
This
one
definitely.
looks awesome.
Pops,
yeah.
baby, pops.
And I tell you, Patrick, this team idea actually, so far I remembered, like I started working with G Site Factory and the sites were coming like this. And I tell you, like, I'm not 100% sure, but this is actually which I personally found a way to deal it. And this is actually like maybe only a couple of G sites, only a couple of players which we have discussed earlier, they do this stuff. So but this is so important that you invest 10-15 minutes more because now we are having AI, now we have having more possibility. So it's not about quantity.
Right.
You have a local business, suppose a HVAC repair, you make 10 G sites, beautiful one, you take care of their keyword part, you take care of their, like the keyword as we speak in a silo mode, you make your plan into your Notepad++, like we discussed, and then you go for the implementation. And when you go for the implementation, I even recommend if you create 10 G site, just add 20 images created metadata optimized, and then just use them all the time until that project of 10 G sites is completed. So that's our initial. So always, like when we have more productivity is when we have a planning. So you can do a keyword research, the tool is inbuilt there. You can go through that, can save your entire blueprint of how you are going to make your network, how many sites, which site is on which keyword. And even this website is can be your parent website, and this G site can link to this G site. And even I'm going to ask this to our guys now, tomorrow itself, that make a G site for a client, 10 G site, not many G site, but go with the blueprint from the keyword tool. And Patrick, I would be keeping you posted about the results. And I'm
Okay.
sure it would be fantastic one because this is something because so powerful. Like, suppose this is the keyword. When you enter it into the Google, these are the other keywords. If you have all of them in one G site, I personally think it would even rank the G site multiple times better because it's covering those topics, those subtopics connected. And then let me just try this week, and maybe in a week I should be able to give you the results that what we discovered and what kind of results in tracking. And I can also cover one more topic if you want, how
Sure.
to track the Google sites ranking. Do we
Okay.
want to go for that? I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
okay, cool. So
100%.
technically, yeah. So technically, you can use any software of rank tracking, whatever kind of software you use. In our case, I have locked a LTD, so we generally use the SUDT. Now, what we have done here is we go to sites.google.com. So first time you put it like this, sites.google.com. You click on there. Don't put your site address. You just need to put the sites.google.com. And your project will be created within this system. And once this system is there, the project is created. Now, every time you create a G site, you add that keyword here. There is some issue with this tool, by the way. A couple of days it's not working for the rank tracking. But you can use any website. The only thing that matters is any kind of rank tracking tool you are using, you can use that. Only thing you need to mention is make sure is sites.google.com is used.
Site or there you
And
go. S, yeah.
yeah,
Sites.
and never use the path of the URL. No, only use this part. And then you use whatever keyword of G site you have. So suppose I have this one, and suppose my another website is this one. So I can use this, and then you will have a network of your own. I can show you our results. These are our G sites. Like thousands of them have been created over the time. So I can just
Richard, how are
show
you
some
doing
of
it with
them.
yours? Same way?
I've been using Rank Tracker.
Okay.
Yeah, every SEO tool have this kind of feature. So anything can be used. The only mistake we generally can be doing is we may be tracking our entire path of the website, but we have to track the subdomain only. And then it would be 95% accurate because maybe somebody else website is ranking in G sites, but that's very rare chance because G sites are still used by only, you know, few people, not everybody making G site because not everybody is knowing about the power of the G site. So that's the
Trust me,
idea.
I think we are a unicorn. What do you guys think out there?
Yeah.
I mean, there's people that are trying, like Peter Drew's trying, Abs is trying, they're all kind of, looking at what we're doing and trying to emulate what we're doing and, stealing what we're trying to put out there. But let's face it, they can't come, nobody can compare with Chris. I mean, he's been doing this for 6 years with us. And these other guys, they're copycats, and I'm not being mean. I'm just saying they're trying to come up with something for their clan, their crew, to make themselves some money, but they just can't compete with the stuff that we're building. I unless you guys have a different opinion, tell me I'm crazy. But
No, I mean, look at the integration. DMT, soon we're gonna have Zista. Um, I think we've got a pretty good community, and I know Chris just because I've had the opportunity to test things with him. He's always open to suggestions in trying to make it better or faster.
yeah, Bernard's asking, where did we find Chris? Um, Short story, and I'll let everybody go. 2018, we've been in business for about 8 months. One of our partners decided to steal our business. A month prior to that, I had seen Chris advertise someplace, I don't know, he had an arbitrage software that he had made between Amazon and eBay, right? Which is basically find a product on eBay and then go buy it on Amazon or Alibaba and sell it on eBay and double and triple your money. So I'd been talking to him about that, and saw that he was pretty good at what he did. And then when our third partner decided to try to steal our company on Christmas Day, shut us all down and everything else, I'd already been talking to Chris, and it just you know, it's one of those God moments where everything fell into line. You know, Satan was trying to destroy us, and the Lord says, "I got you covered, man. You're okay." And then he introduced me to Chris, and I told Chris what we were doing. He said, "You know, don't worry, I can take care of this, and we're just going to rebuild your entire system." So we were on what's the one where it's just a you copy? I can't even remember the name of it anymore, but um it builds a system, but it's really hacky. And that's what we were using at the time. And he came in and he rebuilt all of our software that we had built, Ranking Factory, which was the main software at that time, and rebuilt it. And within 7 months, we were back up and running. So it's just, to me, it was divine intervention. He's my divine angel, so to speak, right? So, and he loves what he's doing. He loves all the things that we're building, and he's working right now on rebuilding our Traffic Factory, you know, as a SaaS product. And Lee, you might even want to, you know, participate and be part of that test group over there for the Traffic Factory. But in any case, thanks guys for being here. And we'll look at the PBN next week. What do you think, Anand?
Yeah, we can.
Okay.
Good stuff, Anand.
All righty, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, thank you.
All right.